Hi, Bill here. This is my second ever tournament game and the oldest one that I kept the score sheet for. So the first tournament game I ever played is lost to history. It was against a player who's now an FM, D.Hacche, and it features a remarkable king walk, which you'll see. So it's an interesting sort of game where black plays no less than 14 checks in a row. Okay, let's have a look. So I was white. So play D4. Knight F6. C4, C5. So Benoni. So I didn't know much opening theory, so I played E3. Pawn takes pawn, pawn takes pawn. So far we're playing okay for players in a junior tournament. So E6, so probably more normal would be D5, that position. Knight F3, G6. A little bit unnecessary. Usually you do one or the other. You don't have to move both pawns to develop the bishop. Bishop D3, E2. E2 might be a slightly better square, given that the bishop is biting granite here. Okay, so D5. So black strikes in the centre. Knight to D2. C3 is probably a bit better. Fianchetto the bishop. Castle. Castle. B3. Knight out. Now, so far I've got the setup which I made up, but without knowing too much opening theory. But instead of putting the bishop on B2, I put on A3. You move the rook. I connected rooks. Yeah, I thought I was doing right. I was just going to bring my rooks to the centre. E5. Okay, so it's going to fork me, so I better take it. Knight takes pawn. Knight takes knight. Rook takes. And I thought, what's that rook doing there? So I chased it, went over to H5, and I was a bit confused here because I had played over games from the World Chess Championship. So, although I hadn't played any tournaments, I had read a number of books, and I wasn't familiar with a rook getting out to this sort of square so early in the game, which threw me a bit, as we'll see. So, rook to a file that can be opened. Now he attacked the pawn, which I did not see. So I moved my rook, and I was just lucky that wasn't mate. Okay, so I failed to see what he was threatening. So he took the pawn with check, and now's the beginning of a very long sequence of checks. With the king, he checked. I was forced up. He checked. Now king up, and I thought, gee, how am I going to survive this? I thought my only chance was to run around to the queen side somehow. Bishop check. Pawn up. Now he's sacked, and I thought at least I'm a piece ahead. Queen check, but the king was not looking too good. So I ran back, he checked me again. I blocked with a knight. He checked, and now I've got a bit of a problem. If I go back to D2, you can drive my king up anyway. Queen F4 check, and I'd have to go to C3. So going backwards didn't help me in this case. So instead I went up. So he checked. Now I chose to go up here. I'm wondering why I didn't go back. Looks a bit more sensible. But anyway, I went up. He checked me. King B4. He checked. Now if I go back on the diagonal, maybe he can check, but I do have the blocking move, so that, looking at now, that would have been a better try. But I probably didn't see that after king back, queen check, I could block with the pawn. So that might have given me more survival chances. So if we back up on that variation, so I went forward. So he did a discovered check, which I probably missed at the time. I took the pawn. He checked. King forward, rook check, king here, mate. So he made me all the way in the corner. not less than 14 checks. It all started because I hung the pawn, so that was sort of a bit unusual for a first game in a tournament. So thank you for watching.